Hi, good morning. Today is a rainy day here on election day, and I decided this morning that I'm going to make a big old pot of pinto beans, and with that I'm going to make this sweet potato cornbread to kind of give it an extra vegetable, and it sounds like comfort food, so we're going to give this a try. Now the first thing I did is I cooked my sweet potato, and I cooked it in the pasta maker. So easy to do. You just wash your medium-sized sweet potato really well, leave it wet, poke a few holes in it so that it can vent, put it in the pasta maker, put the lid on, and set your microwave to, now I set mine to about 10 minutes at 70 or 80% power. But if you're not going to change the power and you've got a higher watt microwave, you might want to start with 7 minutes and check it and go from there. But mine took 10 minutes. I peeled it, I let it cool down, I peeled it, and then I mashed it up with our handy dandy masher. Now I'm going to give it just a little bit more mash because it's been sitting there for a while. I'm just going to mash it down so that it's not in big old chunky pieces. Okay. That was kind of a fibery sweet potato. I had this, it's been sitting around for a little while. I probably should have used it sooner, but I'm not going to waste. I'm going to just go ahead and use what I got. So let's see here if I got all that else. Let's not be messy today. Alrighty then. Now the second thing, we're going to mix all of our wet ingredients together. I've already turned on the oven. It's preheating, 375 degrees, and it'll be ready to go when I'm ready to use it. Now, to this we're going to add, let's see, these are 2 eggs, 2 large eggs, and I scrambled them up a little bit so that it would help it along, and 1 cup of milk. The recipe called for buttermilk, but we're just using regular milk because we didn't have buttermilk. And we've got 1/4 cup of olive oil. The recipe called for melted butter, but I'm going to butter the cornbread whenever I eat it, so I figure I don't need any more butter than that, so I'm using olive oil. Alrighty then. Now, to that, we also want to add 1/4 cup of honey. Just a little bit of sweetness. Now, I told you my trick before. Measure your oil or your butter first so that when you put your honey in to measure it, it'll come out so much simpler. Okay, this is 1/4 cup. And do you see how that comes out? Doesn't stick to the, it comes right out because the oil in that measuring cup lets it come right loose. See? No mess. Okay. Now, in this bowl, I have measured out 1 cup of yellow cornmeal and 1 cup of flour, 1 tablespoon of baking powder, and 1/2 teaspoon of salt, and I've mixed that all together. So my dry ingredients are ready when it comes time to add them in. But first, we want to be sure and mix together all of our wet ingredients first. Try to get those potatoes to mash down just a little bit more. They wanted to be clumpy today and dry, but if you wanted to, a good way to do this would have been to add this, the sweet potatoes, the milk, the eggs, the oil, and the honey to either your supersonic chopper with the blade, not the blade but the paddle, to mix this all up, and it would have done a lot better. But that's okay. I'm going with this. This is the first time I've made it, but I'm going with it anyway. In fact, I may here. Use my masher now that I've got wet ingredients in there and mash just a little bit more to see if I can break it down a little bit better. This is going to be so good, I believe. Now, all right. I haven't made beans and cornbread in a really long time, and I don't know why. That was like one of my mother's and my grandmother's go-to meals, especially for a busy day. All right, let's see here. Yeah, that's breaking down a lot better. Okay. Now then, what we're going to do now, yeah, that's breaking down. You live and you learn. That's why I usually try to do a recipe first before I try to do it on video, but hey, you can learn with me. Alrighty then. I do love this masher. I like the shape of it. It feels good in my hand. I like that cool curve to it, so if you wanted to, you can lift things out to see how they're doing and mash just a little bit more. Alrighty then. I think I've got it. I think I've about got it. Okay. Set this over here, out of the way. Now then, we're going to add in, little by little, gradually, the dry ingredients. I'm going to do about a quarter of it at a time. At first, I'm going to start with my whisk. It gets, yes, my whisk, so it gets it down in there good, but then I'm probably going to have to switch to that spatula. Oh yeah, that's going to be, isn't that a pretty color? I do love that color. All right. Let's see, add some more. Now I'm going to be baking this in my Ultra Pro square pan. I think it's 4 by 4. And that's just about right for making a batch of cornbread. All right. And add some more in here. Sorry, I'm not too talkative this morning, guys. I'm trying to concentrate. And this morning, my brain doesn't want to multitask. But there now, I'm going to have to switch to my spatula so I can do this a little easier. There's the rest of it. Now we're going to mix this all in. Make sure you get all of the dry ingredients incorporated into the wet so that you don't end up with dry spatches inside your bread when you go to eat it. Alrighty then. It smells wonderful. Okay. Now, if you want to go along with this, you can make a batch of honey butter, which you take like a quarter cup of honey and you blend that into, stir that into a half a cup of softened butter. And that would be really good on top of this. But now then, let's get this pan over here. We're going to put this in our square Ultra Pro and smooth it out. And we're going to cook this in a preheated 375 oven for about 25 to 30 minutes. We're going to give it a good look then and make sure it's all cooked. We're going to test it by sticking a toothpick in it to see if it comes out clean, just like we do with cakes and bread. And let's see here if I can get this all smoothed evenly. All right. Yes. Yes, ma'am, that'll work just fine. Yeah. There we go. All smooth and even. This over here. Okay. Now I'm gonna pop this in the oven, and when it comes out, I'll be back to let you know how it turned out. Stay tuned. Hello, we're back, and look at our beautiful sweet potato cornbread. Let's see here. Oh, nice nice and, uh-oh, it stuck a little bit on the bottom. I probably should have waited till it got just a little bit cooler because it's still steaming, but that is going to be beautiful with our beans tonight. I put the chopped up leftover turkey bacon from our breakfast for dinner last night, and they're going to be nice and smoky and delicious to go with this lovely cornbread, and that's what we're having when we get home from voting this evening. Thank you for joining me. Don't forget that we've got all the specials going on right now on the website. Check out the sales page, the limited time offers page. We've got all kinds of fantastic deals going right now. The online exclusives have been marked down. There's some price reductions and some restock. These, for example, are beautiful little barista canisters set with the milk foamer and the dispenser. That's been restocked, so that's available again on the site. We still have our utensils on sale, and we've also got some of our Ultra Pro, wonderful Ultra Pro bakeware that is on sale right now at awesome prices. So be sure to check those out. And let me think. I know there's something else I'm supposed to be telling you. Oh well, it'll come to me, but I will talk to you soon. Don't forget to get out and vote, and have a wonderful rest of your week. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.